Kazakhstan is a state which separates Asia and Europe. Being part of two continents, Kazakh land historically became the venue for the interaction of various civilizations: Islamic, Christian, Buddhist and Confucian. The relics of one of the manorial saints of the Russian Orthodox Church, Father Sebastian, are also kept there, and the grave of Rabbi Lubovichesky is a sacred place for all Jewish people. Kazakhstan's land was the final shelter of the Islamic philosopher Haji Ahmed Yasawi, highly honoured by the Turkic nations, and the ruins of ancient Buddhist temples were also found there. There is also an opinion that the legendary Zarathustra started his earthly life in the Altai foothills in Kazakhstan. Today, the Republic is an independent state, and its population includes people of 130 nationalities and over 40 religious confessions. Their peaceful coexistence is a non-negotiable priority within the state policy, and tolerance in society is a common standard of behaviour. Peace and accord have become the basis for successful economic and later political reforms in the country. Interconfessional dialogue is one of the key ways towards public development and improvements in the prosperity of all nationalities. Nursultan Nazarbayev. A law on religious freedom was one of the first laws adopted in Kazakhstan after acquiring its sovereignty. This was probably the first manifestation of the long-term accord policy of the head of state, Nursultan Nazarbayev. Many links would subsequently appear in this chain later on, and Kazakhstan would join over 40 international agreements in the field of human rights, the formation of the Assembly of the Peoples of Kazakhstan, the construction of the Palace of Peace and Accord, the initiation of the Congress of World and Traditional Religions, and joining the Civilizations Alliance Group. Finally, this concept was brought to the most effective and purely political level when Nursultan Nazarbayev gave publicity to the idea of having meetings between the Ministers of Foreign Affairs of Muslim and Western countries. The initiative on convening a conference entitled The Common World Congress Through Diversity immediately acquired wide international support.
Многообразие не есть недостаток, наоборот, это неоценимый дар Божий, благодаря которому происходит настоящее взаимообогащение, подлинное.
Diversity is not a disadvantage. On the contrary, it is a priceless blessing from God, due to which real mutual enrichment and real development can occur. Each nation possesses unique traditions, history and ways of thinking, peculiar only for that nation. Each one brings its own melody to the symphony of human spiritual culture. I would like to draw your attention to such problems as the increase in pseudo-religious associations in both their number and in their influence. They exist in almost every country, and they mainly feed like parasites on the difficulties which exist in the modern world. Under the mask of fashion, many of them propagate by no means good intentions, which may result in the undermining not only of religion and a civil society, but also of the state. We should resist such organizations, suppress their activities, and guard our citizens from such negative influences. 2008, October, Kazakhstan and Astana are important reference points in the system of global negotiation and represent the next step of the politicians in moving towards common progress. Those who responded to the Kazakh leaders' invitation and expressed their willingness to start multilateral dialogue represents dozens of countries from different continents with a variety of traditions, creeds and lifestyles.
Сейчас в мире происходит такой большой мировоззренческий сдвиг, состоящий в том, что
huge progress in world attitude is now taking place. The essence of this is that the cultural, civilization and religious variety of the world is not a matter to be overcome or unified. It is a matter which all of us should learn to live with. We should recognize the borders, limits and levels of different religions, different political and different civilization platforms. However, it involves a wide range of issues. The issues of the integration of Islamic communities in European states, the issues of interaction of Islamic and Western world, and the role of the media in the coverage of these issues. The issues of youth education in various cultural civilization niches and platforms. This wide range of issues will be discussed at the conference.
Вот этот весь широкий круг вопросов будет обсуждаться на этой конференции.
The discussion format at such a high political level amongst people who hold key responsibilities for affecting the situation is the most efficient forum available. Soon, constructive results can be expected from such meetings, according to George Sampaio, the representative of the UN Secretary-General in the Alliance of Civilizations.
O mês de outubro é mês muito carregado, onde eu tenho que estar em vários
When
sítios,
high-ranking
eu não posso
people
estar em vários
discuss
sítios
these issues,
fisicamente
they are giving
ao
a
mesmo
signal
tempo.
to society,
Vou ver o que é que
and
eu
they
posso
stimulate
fazer.
society
Se não
into
tivesse
discussing
instrumentos,
these issues as
vou
well.
videoconferência, porque, obviamente,
Learning to
o-
live with people
a
who may think
sequência do
differently.
acompanhamento dos
We should
trabalhos
remember
preparatórios
that
que
the
a
truth
Aliança
is
com
not
os
always on
representantes
our
próprios tem
side,
feito,
because this is what leads to
temos dado grande
fanaticism.
importância ao encontro
We
das
should be
opiniões.
ready to listen, to
Portanto,
hear and to
fundamental.
understand others.
Eu só não
This
estarei,
principle
se
should
de
be
todo
applied
for
throughout the
possível,
world.
mas pelo menos estarei virtualmente
Nobody should
através
stand above
de uma
others,
videoconferência. E
because
desejo as
variety
melhores
is the
oportunidades,
world in its
quer aos
entirety,
componentes do
and
encontro,
preserving
quer ao
this should be our
ambiente,
common
aos
goal.
princípios, às deliberações do encontro, são importantes para o mundo, são importantes com certeza para a Aliança das Civilizações.